Hustling from home again. Got a meeting on. Means I have to change out of the gear. So doing the thing, did the official launch. Told all the friends today about this vlog. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. I wonder if I'm going to get made fun of. Everybody kind of waits for these moments where they can make fun of me. I hope this isn't really the one, but I suspect I'm going to cop some serious shizzles from friends. I can only imagine to what extent, but eager to see what happens. So yeah, did the road ride today. Happy with that. 75 minutes. Was pleased. Oh, look at that. That's horrible. That does not look good. 75 minutes, got 43K in, still pushing 30 plus kilometers an hour, which is okay. You know, I mean, I was supposed to go slower. I just don't think I know how to. Perhaps that's my downfall. Maybe I'll always just go too fast. But I did go a bit slower for the 15 minutes either side. So anyway, but it was cool. Got out there. So off to my meeting now. He is on. One of the things that with my cycling that's been the most interesting has been Strava. People bang on about Strava all the time, and I think it's probably important to call out that it is just a platform for cycling, but it's a social platform. And I'm a social guy, or technically social. I've always been dabbling around in the old Twitter, Facebook world. Strava is basically just leveraging that kind of concept of hyper-connected, like-minded people. Although the interesting thing about Strava is that it's focused. It's a sort of singular activity. Well, I lie. It's not. It seems to do all sorts of tracking, but cyclists primarily are there, runners are there, swimmers and canoeing people. I don't know. Maybe it's just swimming. I think it's the aim for triathlons. You know, initially, one of the things that drove me or got me moving was the ability to use Strava to, you know, basically chase the segments to see personal improvement or see improvement. And I think one of the most interesting parts of this experience for me in cycling that motivates me is seeing the changes, right? So you're going to see your physical changes because you've been working hard, you've been doing stuff, you're losing weight. But after a while, things plateau, right? You kind of get to that point where you're like, oh, well, I'm not really getting any better, or I haven't lost much weight, or, you know, I feel good, but I don't know if I'm faster, stronger. What Strava does is it allows you to see those incremental gains. Being able to go back and see that, you may mentally know, oh, I'm not going well on this ride today, but at the same time, you felt really good, and you can go and have a look at Strava when you're done, and you get that feeling of, oh, well, I guess I didn't go as well. And I've had rides where I've been feeling like I was going great, come back and check Strava, not so good, not as good as my best. But those days where you kind of get those PRs and you get those gold medals, you feel good, you feel accomplishment, and it keeps you moving forward. So in a way, I guess it's passive support. Strava in and itself is a great support tool. Keep you moving, keep you focused, keep you thinking about what it is you're trying to achieve out there. You're doing your fitness or setting those sort of small goals. Some of those Peloton sports guys getting out for a lunch ride. Now, the other part of this that I've gotten into is the clubs, cycling clubs. So one of the things that I set out to do in this vlog was to talk about one of those clubs. And the first club that I joined was the Bianchi Owners Australia's Club. Now, I don't really know how the acronym is meant to be pronounced, but it's like BOCOS, or I don't know what it is. What I've found through both providing support by, giving the likes, getting engaged in the platform, as I get a lot of likes and support back, I've connected with a lot of these people through the following mechanism. I can see their rides, I can see where they're up to. And when you're following people, you can see who's out on the road, and you feel guilty when you don't get out on the road. You're always like, oh man, I wish I was out there. Then at the same time, you see these sort of epic rides or small rides. You see where people are moving on, and there's these small stories that come in. There's also the guy that runs the group. I don't even know if I know his name. I feel like I'm confused across all of the platform, both the Strava group, cycling group, as well as the Facebook page. And it feels like this guy named Sam Bianchi runs the Facebook page, but then Velo Benaj is like an admin of the Strava group. I don't know. And I don't even know if I'm saying the names right now because nothing's in front of me. They've moved into more recently this Rider Focus. When I was first getting back out on the bike, they actually spruiked me and did a little profile on me, profiled some of my rides, and gave me some great support. And that, whether they know it or not, was at that exact moment in time a massive boost psychologically for me. And it really made me key back in on what it was I was trying to achieve at the time, which was get back out on the bike, get moving, get forward, and enjoy it, have fun. And at that point in time, I wasn't putting much effort into just, pushing the physicality of the riding as much as it was just getting out on the road, working my knee, getting that ligament and moving again, and making sure that I continued to progress somehow. It's really cool to see my pictures up in lights and, have the profile going and seeing it. So that's really cool support that they gave. And kudos to those guys. So a bit of a wrap for these guys. The support thing rings true. Getting it virtually, socially, online, it can be just as good. And I'm sure that there's things out there that say otherwise. That we don't do anything face to face anymore. But that sort of stuff, when you have a life that's busy, constantly on the move, and rides, as an individual, I don't run in a club, as I've said before. It's good to get that cycling support online and get that feeling of, hey, you know what? We're out here, we're doing it too. It's good to see you out there doing it wherever you are. And that's a cool support mechanism for all of us. I'm also talking to myself alone in the car, but I think anybody on the outside of this would think that I'm just on the phone, which is the world we live in now, where it's not unheard of to just talk to yourself in the car or talk to someone else in the car.